Ascension is a documentary film by Jessica Kingdon. I found out about this film because it was reviewed on RogerEbert.com and it got 3 out of 4. But I really like China. I like learning about it. The social credit system fascinates me, and I love Chinese cinema. I love art house stuff, martial arts stuff. That country just fascinates me. So this documentary is mainly a sort of, it doesn't really have like interviews or anything, but you get a sort of taste of what it's like to live in China, working force. So we start with a bunch of different recruiters talking about all the different jobs, what they offer. Some places offer free transportation, free food, free dorms, but you're only making about $2 American an hour. So you get to see all these different factories and how things are made, like rugs and pants and all the cheap stuff that they export. They only pay. They're basically sweatshops. They don't really say that, but they definitely are, because you're basically just you can get paid per item as well. So the faster you work, the more money you get. I think the most fascinating part of the movie was definitely the sex doll part. They make these pleasure dolls, and they have like these super hot irons that they can use to mold the dolls in different ways. So they do custom orders. So they had like this doll made, and then the customer said like, I want the doll to be thinner, and I want the breast to be like a certain color, and they paint the areolas a specific color. Or you can ask for different wigs. The head screws on and off, and they like dismember it after building it to like put it in a box, and it's very, very weird, but it's just an interesting view. And I think they had a shot of like a pool noodle being made, so you can find that stuff on YouTube. But the movie is basically just considered that for the first maybe half an hour. And then we explore a couple other industries, but not too many. There's one inside of a really super expensive restaurant, which is interesting, where they use like rulers to measure out all the different like placings to make sure that they're all like evenly distributed. And like they're having a pep talk about like the rich people, they can do whatever they want to. They can say whatever they want to. They can yell at you. You don't say anything because they're paying you. You just serve them. And then they have like this super fancy dessert they send out. And then there's also a unique glass that's designed for rich people. And the movie's basically a mood piece because it doesn't have any interviews. There's like one scene that's interesting where they talk about like there's a supervisor for the factory, and everyone wants to kiss his ass and buy him lunch to get favors. So I think the movie needed more of that, though, because just watching clips of people organizing trash or collecting bicycles is not that exciting. But they're basically showing how modern China works with its super factories, and how they're able to they have like over 1 billion people, and they all want jobs, and they all want to work in factories, and they're all told to like work hard and achieve that Chinese dream. And then there's also, I think the last section is probably the creepiest. I think all these seminars about being influencers and how to sell things, and like they have like seminars on how to become influencers, and like they have like the kind of boiler room quote where it's like either you're influencing someone else or they're influencing you, but someone's got to influence someone. And talking about success stories and things like that. And you see that now. There's a hustle culture is really, big in America too, where people think, you need to like start your own business, become a self-made millionaire, do it all yourself. So it's interesting in that regard, but I think it's missing that human element. I would like to see more interviews or more, stories like the buying the supervisor lunch thing. There's not much cohesion between the different industries either. It starts with like factories, and it goes to restaurants, and it goes to seminars, and then just sort of ends. So I give Ascension a 5 out of 10.